Yeah, hopefully I won't panic or stress. You know. Anyway, all right.
As long as
Yeah.
you got good people, so you've got a
Exactly.
fun cast. Let Carl Hall's natural
Oh, I know.
calmness at everything just rub off on you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can. Is Carl there? Is he? Where is he?
Yeah, he's there.
Are you?
Here,
Can't hear you. What?
I'm
Oh
here.
my God. But I was just saying that you can take all the stress from the storm.
Before we get going, the problem we had the last time is that if you talk, you cut me off. Talk, I can't cut you guys off.
Like this now, I'm cutting you off.
Mhm. Well, I think it's also because you talk very quietly and maybe the system has a hard time. I know, because it does it sometimes even when you're the only one speaking.
So if we don't like your opinion, we'll just cut you off. Oh yeah, the last time wasn't it Carl got stuck in his office, remember?
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
But you hear what happened? I sorry, we better start. But it was a very Father Ted incident. You know, a bus was hijacked in Dublin Airport yesterday. Do you know?
A bus?
A bus, yeah. But the people who were on the bus, they didn't realize it was being hijacked. They just went. They brought them to another hotel on the motorway, and they didn't realize till afterwards that they were actually being hijacked. Isn't that mad?
Just for clarification, right?
Yeah.
It was a minibus, and there was 3 people on it. Okay, so
Yeah, there's 3 people. They didn't realize, like, they just thought they're going to, because the hijackers left them in a hotel on the motorway, but they just thought that was their hotel. That's just a random, interesting fact that happened in Ireland.
Okay, let's get started.
So you're still doing the intro, are you? Or?
Yeah, and then I'll throw it to you for the intro of the film. Welcome to the No Budget Indie Filmcast, where we highlight independent films that you might not have heard of elsewhere. My name is Milo Dennison, and with me, as always, are my most excellent co-hosts, Cathal Feeney and Claire Milan.
Hello.
Okay, well, let's get to it. Let's jump straight to the film and get past the chit-chat, because today we are discussing a film that actually takes me back, and so I'm kind of looking forward to talking about it. Cathal, since this was your find, do you want to do an introduction for us?
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. This week we are talking about a film called Rejected, which is by a Californian animator called Don Hertzfeldt. It was made in 2000 and was nominated for an Oscar in 2001. I have to admit, I wasn't aware of this when I started watching it. I just happened across this almost by accident. And it seemingly this is a cult classic. It went viral around that time as one of the best films of that decade. Magazines such as IndieWire, and so it has quite a good pedigree. So the film itself, it's an animation. The premise of it is that this guy Don, he has been commissioned to produce a series of sequences, animated segments for a channel called the Family Learning Channel, and what follows is sometimes grotesque and absolutely hilarious, in my opinion. So you kind of, sometimes you feel a bit guilty, when you're laughing, because it is quite disturbing at times. You're watching people, like, it's quite violent in a way, violent imagery. You've seen people like getting their eyes ripped out or getting their heads ripped off and stuff like that. And it kind of pushes the envelope a bit about what is funny and what isn't funny and what's humor and so on. But you can argue maybe it's a little bit juvenile as well. But I liked it anyway. So I don't know what everybody else thinks.
It was such a weird film. Like, I didn't expect to watch a film like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I thought, what the hell is this? I didn't realize it didn't make any sense to me. Do you know? But when I looked it up afterwards and I realized it was a cult film and won an Academy Award, I just couldn't believe it. I didn't see anything in it but just nonsensical, weird
Juvenile humor.
stuff.
Actually, I saw these clips years ago, like in the early days of YouTube. I remember somebody sending this, and like there's one with the bleeding anus.
My anus is bleeding.
And I remember somebody sending me that, and of course, as a boy who's into juvenile humor, I remember being sent that video, and I was working in a call center, and it being sent around, and we're all just laughing hysterically at it. It's just the funniest thing. And even now, when I watched it, I had completely forgot about these animated shorts, until Cathal sent us this. and it kind of took me back, and it was actually kind of fun to laugh at this and just remember, like, I remember this was hilarious when I saw it, and it's still kind of hilarious in its, juvenile way.
My anus is bleeding!
And I find it in some ways it's some kind of fatalistic about it. I like the end of it, where the world collapses in on itself, and it sort of deals with themes like violence and death and the humor that can be derived from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. I thought it was great. I liked it. But Claire, not your kind of humor.
It wouldn't be my type of humor at all.
You
I didn't know what I was watching. What'd you say?
You prefer exploding cows?
Oh yeah, totally. See, the thing is, with Six Shooter and Exploding Cow, I was watching it. I think it was in Starbucks in Dublin City Centre, and I had my earphones in, and Exploding Cow came on, and I actually laughed out loud. So I must have looked like a crazy person, But for this, I didn't get it. I just didn't see anything in it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it appeals to kind of a male sense of humor. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like there's this guy, like he's had huge success. He's had other films, I think, nominated for Oscars as well. Like
he's had two nominations for Oscars. It looks like,
which is funny because it reminded me a bit of Itchy and Scratchy, some of the side of the imagery there, and also going back Monty Python, the Terry Gilliam. I mean, you should check out some of the other stuff he's done. Like it's not all this is kind of
like this, is it? Yeah.
He has got a great imagination.
I can see why you wouldn't have liked it, Claire. But
yeah.
But yeah, I agree. It's a very juvenile humor. I think for me, just because it kind of brought me back to when I saw it like 20 years ago, and just even from the start, the banana thing. I'm a banana, and you're like, just the voices in it. It's just very very entertaining.
But it's funny that like such a simple animation had so much success. I kind of admire that. Like most animators would go for something very extravagant and very, but the fact it's so pared back and became this massive hit, that is inspiring. Like I mightn't like the sense of humor, but I admire. Is it Dan? What's his name? Don.
Hertzfeldt.
Mm-hmm. But I just, I admire him. I admire the simplicity of it and how successful, it became.
So marks out of 5.
Sorry.
Out of 5.
Yep, but I didn't hear what you said. I just heard the out of 5 part. I didn't hear the the what out of 5.
Bananas out of 5.
Bananas. Okay. I can see you. Hold up fingers.
Oh, sorry.
I will give it.
Is that a 2, Claire? Wow, that's.
I'll give it 2 out of 5.
That's okay. You can give it 2.
Yeah, it's okay because I admire. I don't like the humor, but I admire this simplicity and the being brave to create something so simple.
I will give it. I'll give it 5 out of 5.
I really enjoyed it. I was leaning towards a 5, but I actually think I'm going to go 4 as well. Gosh, I kind of really do want to give it a 5 though, because I change it. I'm going 5 as well. So the boys give it a 5. The girls like, not so much. I remember, Carl, you had sent me at some point in time an Irish animator that does something simple. It was like cows in a field talking. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was Sminky Shorts, probably.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. What is it? Sminky Shorts or Minky Shorts? Or Sminky?
Sminky, SMINKY.
Sminky Shorts. So this kind of reminded me of that. Just very simple animations, not a whole lot going on, a few bits of dialogue that kind of lead you to the end. I mean, Sminky Shorts is definitely not a 5-star animated series, but it did kind of remind me of that type of animation, which does say, yeah, you can do it and you can, get stuff out there. Well, that was it for this episode of the show. As always, if you enjoy it, be sure to leave a comment or a review, depending on where you're getting it from, and share it with your friends to let other people know how brilliant and entertaining we are. And with that, we will say goodbye for now.
Bye.
There we go.
For the love of God and